Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 News at 5.
Some questions answered tonight as the city of Springfield searches for a new mayor. Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 at 5. I'm Kendall Bartley. Christine Lundberg stepped down as mayor in a surprise announcement Saturday. The council will appoint an interim mayor at a public meeting, but a date for that has not yet been set. We now know which of her plans will continue in her absence. A city spokesperson says a third-party review of Springfield Police's use of force during a protest in late July will continue, but right now it's unclear whether the blue ribbon panel that Lundberg sought to create will go forward. The goal of that panel is to address issues like systemic racism and other issues. Lundberg has not responded to requests for comment. The eventual interim mayor will finish Lundberg's current term through January of 2021. The council may then decide to appoint the same person or someone else for what would have been her next term. An independent investigation is being conducted into allegations of police misconduct on the South Coast. The Lane Council of Governments is investigating feedback from a protest on August 8th in Coos Bay. Several protesters report alleged misconduct by several officers that day. The Coos Bay police chief says he can't comment on the alleged misconduct.
We are committed to assuring that, like I say, all citizens of our community, all of our visitors, that they feel included and safe while they're here to enjoy our community.
He pointed out that an organizer of the march took to social media about the misconduct. We reached out to that leader for comment, but have not heard back. Now, Chief says the protest was peaceful at the start, but once they started marching to City Hall, things didn't go as planned.
We had to kind of regroup and move into more of a traffic control to assure that even though they were unlawfully blocking the street, I didn't have the staff to move them out of the street.
He says their department is investigating how to act regarding the illegal march through city streets and the highway instead of the sidewalks like discussed. They're also working with the FBI to conduct another investigation on the alleged cyber threats to leadership of this protest. Now, the chief says they had to enlist the help of the FBI as they don't have enough staff to handle the sheer number of threats in this investigation. Police are investigating a report of a woman being raped by a man near Oakway Center this morning. Police described the suspect as a male with tannish skin, wearing a black wide-brimmed hat, a dark medical face mask, a black sleeveless shirt, and dark jeans. Police say the case has been forwarded to VCU for investigation. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Eugene Police Department. And a follow-up, the search continues tonight for a man who went missing nearly 2 weeks ago in southern Lane County. The Lane County Sheriff's Office says 27-year-old Michael Bryson was last seen August 5th at a roadside campground near Bryce Creek Road, just west of Champion Creek Road. Deputies say they've received several tips, but still haven't been able to find him. If you have any information, you're urged to contact the Lane County Sheriff's Office. The Beachy Creek fire is burning about 5 miles north of Detroit Lake in the Cascades. Fire managers say it's a little more than 10 acres. Voluntary evacuations are taking place in the Jawbone Flats community near Opal Creek. Officials say helicopters are dropping water on that fire zone.
A very inaccessible area. It's old growth timber, heavy fuels, not very safe access for our firefighters.
Fire Staff Officer Ed Hyatt tells us fire crews have been dispatched to the scene, and fortunately the blaze so far is not spreading very quickly. And talking about fire danger, let's take a first look at weather with Alan Matthews. Alan, another hot one today, although it didn't feel as humid as yesterday.
Yeah, temperatures have been very warm over these last couple days. Of course, we did hit triple digits over the weekend. Not doing that today, and we got some good news because temperatures are going to be cooler over the next couple of days. Here in Eugene, we're at 93 degrees. We are seeing some cloud cover out there, an east-northeast wind at 3, and we take a look at that humidity at 31%. Now, in the video that we just showed you, we showed you the fire potential, and you can see that is at extreme. In fact, all the areas bumping it up to extreme as we got into last weekend. Lynn, Lane County, Coos, and Douglas County, all with that fire potential right now at extreme. Not much to show you in our area except for the cloud cover, but you head a little bit more to the east and up around the Madras area, seeing a good area, some showers moving on through. Unfortunately, we're not seeing any of that rainfall, and things are going to be a little bit cooler tonight. We'll see maybe a little bit of cloud cover this evening. Highs tomorrow, though, are going to be in the 80s. It's been a little while since we've seen that. that. How long will that continue? We'll give you all the weather details with our full forecast. Kendall?
Thanks, Alan. The Oregon State University Board of Trustees has approved a plan for addressing the COVID-19 impacts on the university's budget. Back in May, the budget shortfall was projected to be in the range of $100 million, but that has grown to over $200 million. This includes all operations of the university for the Corvallis and Bend campuses. That involves statewide public services and auxiliary units, including athletics, housing, and dining services.
This is a strong university. We have a plan that prioritizes safety and success for our students, our faculty, our staff, and the communities we serve throughout the state of Oregon. So what that requires, however, is a lot of budget discipline. And so beginning last spring, we took extensive efforts to reduce our expenditures.
Coming up at 5:30, how officials plan to balance the budget and what the plan is for students and staff to remain safe this fall term. Meanwhile, the University of Oregon law students started orientation for fall classes. This coming semester's classes will be all remote for first-year students. Second and third-year students will have some in-person classes, but will mostly be learning from home. Haley Porter is entering her third year in the JD program. She says one of the hardest parts about at-home learning is losing social interaction with other students.
As law students, we're like really driven, and most of us are in the library from like 8 a.m. to like 10 or 12 at night, and that's just like on a normal week. And without like the law school to kind of like ground us and give us like a community gathering place, it's kind of hard to like recreate that, especially over Zoom.
Porter says students and professors are finding new ways to connect from home. That includes a mentor program where first years are paired with older students when law classes begin for everyone August 24th, next Monday. Taking a look at coronavirus cases in Oregon, the Oregon Health Authority reports 192 new confirmed and presumptive cases and no new deaths. There are more than 23,000 COVID cases, and deaths remain at 388. Multnomah County reported the most cases today with 57. As a reminder, Lane County Public Health will provide 2 free COVID-19 testing opportunities for the community. The first one is tomorrow at Norma Pfeiffer Park in Coburg from 4 p.m. until 6 p.m. The next one will be next Thursday at the Mohawk Valley Rural Fire District headquarters in Springfield from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Health officials ask you to bring your insurance card, but it is not required. The Roseburg City Council is turning to the public for opinions and ideas regarding the homeless problem. Over the last couple months, the council has heard from local organizations that specialize in helping the homeless. It's all part of their goal of addressing the issue. Now they're looking for input from the public. City Councilor Brian Prowett says the council has learned a lot from these meetings so far.
What we're trying to do, I think, has to hit on different levels of homelessness, from people who don't want our services or our help to people who just simply can't find affordable housing. And the way to address those is very, very different.
The first of 2 public meetings takes place tonight at 6 p.m. on Zoom. The second meeting will be in person August 31st. Coming up next on NBC 16 at 5, day 1 of the Democratic National Convention is well underway. What speakers are set to make a virtual appearance tonight? Plus, the Trump administration announces drilling plans for millions of acres in the Arctic. Why environmental activists are against this latest move.